Thank you for joining us at the Omega Cloud Transformation webinar. We have an exhilarating explainer video and presentation for you.
Welcome to our journey into the world of cloud computing. With boundless opportunities in this rapidly growing sector, we're embarking on a journey to explore its vast potential and endless possibilities. In this webinar, we'll unravel the mysteries of cloud computing, explore its benefits, and understand how it's transforming the way we live and work. At its core, cloud computing is a model for delivering IT resources over the Internet, providing users with on-demand access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. Cloud computing offers a range of service models to meet diverse needs. Infrastructure as a Service (IaaS) provides virtualized computing resources, such as virtual machines and storage, allowing users to deploy and manage their own applications. Platform as a Service (PaaS) takes abstraction a step further, providing developers with a complete development and deployment environment, including tools, middleware, and runtime, to streamline the application lifecycle. Software as a Service (SaaS) delivers applications over the Internet on a subscription basis, eliminating the need for users to install, manage, and update software locally. Behind the scenes, cloud computing relies on a network of data centers housing vast arrays of servers, storage systems, and networking equipment, all interconnected to deliver high-performance and resilient services. Cloud computing offers various deployment models to suit different organizational requirements. Public clouds are owned and operated by third-party providers, offering services to multiple users over the Internet. Private clouds, on the other hand, are dedicated to a single organization, providing greater control, customization, and security, albeit at a higher cost. Hybrid clouds integrate public and private cloud resources, allowing organizations to leverage the scalability and cost-effectiveness of public clouds while retaining control over sensitive data and applications in private environments. Now that we've laid the groundwork for understanding cloud computing, join us as we explore the transformative potential of cloud transformation for your organization.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shubham Patwal, and I'm working as a virtual associate at Omega Consulting.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shlok Rana, and I'm working as a digital consultant at Omega Consulting.
This is the agenda of this webinar: Introduction to Cloud Transformation, Current State Assessment, Cloud Strategy Development, Cloud Migration Process, 6 Rs of Cloud Migration Strategy, Best Practices for Cloud Migration, Potential Challenges in Cloud Migration, Roadmap to Cloud Transformation, and Cloud Security Strategy, and Conclusion.
So firstly, we'll be addressing what cloud transformation is. So basically, cloud transformation offers numerous benefits to organizations, including increased agility, scalability, and cost efficiency and innovation. So by leveraging cloud computing resources and services, business can focus on a lot of their core competencies rather than accelerating their time on operations, and also increase their time to market and easy deployment while staying competitive in today's digital world.
This chart showing cloud computing market 2022 to 2032 in US dollar billion and trillion. This diagram shows cloud service market size by the year and 2032 as per the type of services.
So this slide basically represents the market share of cloud computing in terms of all the major competitors that are present out there. So as we can see that AWS is leading with a market share of around 33.3%. with Azure on the second place at around 22.9%, Google Cloud being the third most preferred player in the market with around 11.5% of market share, and Oracle and IBM leading with 9.4% and 8.3% respectively, with Alibaba at around 7.3% and others with a minor player contribution having a share of 7.3%.
Accessing your IT infrastructure and applications. Accessing your organization's current state in cloud transformations involves evaluating various aspects of your existing IT infrastructure and applications. There are 6 applications like inventory of IT infrastructure, document hardware components with specifications, age and usage patterns, and current workloads, identify applications by critically usage and resource needs, and applications architecture, understand dependencies, integrations, and identify legacy systems, data assessment, analyze data types, volume, sensitivity, and compliance requirements. Performance metrics, collect data on response time, throughout, and utilizations. Security and compliance, access, network security, access controls, encryptions, practices, and compliance.
So basically, this chart is indicating a trend where companies are reallocating their IT hosting expenditure towards cloud services, reflecting the major growing adoption of cloud computing solutions in modern business services and operations. So basically, as you can see, the annual cloud budget is basically always, as of now, is definitely on an increasing tangent, with around, an increment of around 55 or 65% in the annual cloud budget, and applications that are moving to cloud is being represented at around 55% of increase, with cloud migration timelines increasing by around 40% and decreasing by around 16%, which is like really a great notion to represent.
Checklist for addressing areas needing improvement. Addressing these pain points, challenges, and areas for improvement requires a holistic approach encompassing technical solution, organizational change management, and continuous improvement processes to ensure a successful cloud transformation journey, like security and compliance, cost management, performance optimizations, and data migration complexity.
So coming to what's the cloud security strategy means like. A cloud security strategy is basically referring to a comprehensive plan which a company puts up in place to protect its data, applications, and infrastructure hosted in the cloud environment. So, as you can see, with the increasing adoption of cloud environments and cloud computing technologies and resources, it's been a major paramount concern for almost all the technological and non-technological companies in the universe, which want to represent their services through cloud operations, but basically there is some sort of hindrance or some sort of abruptness in deployment. But definitely there is a major concern about security for almost all of them. So we will be telling you how to frame it up.
Cloud services and usage trends, like running significant workloads, running some workloads, and experimenting plan to use. This diagram shows cloud usage for different types of services and workloads with the stage of process, like Azure, AWS, GCP, Oracle, IBM, Alibaba, and other.
So coming back to stages of cloud migration, how do we start and how do we end it? So first step is being assessment, where we analyze the existing systems and workloads and understand the existing IT infrastructure, applications, and data inventory. We assess all the dependencies, performance, and security requirements. Then we move on to the second step of planning the migration plan or developing a migration plan. So basically, there are a lot of options which we can play around with. So there is lift and shift, replatforming and re-architecting, rehosting. So basically, it depends on how do you want to migrate your cloud like. So different companies have different requirements. I want to keep half of the infrastructure on premises. Some want to shift it to cloud completely. So that is what we mean by planning, what to shift and what not to shift, what to retire and what to retain is all about this second step of planning. So the third step is about actual migration, where we move applications and data to the cloud. We provision cloud infrastructure as per our requirement, and we migrate applications, databases, and data according to the usability of that platform. The fourth step comes about testing, which is about actually validating the functionality and the performance of all the cloud infrastructure that you are using and assessing whether your applications and data are in complete synchronology, and evaluating the data integrity and security controls as well. After which we again move to a planning phase again, where we optimize things according to our needs. And we continuously improvise and optimize things according to the sort of resources that we need and the sort of performance metrics that are reflecting out there, which helps us in definitely decreasing cost to a certain level and identifying opportunities for further improvements in different sectors.
In this slide, we can see cloud data migration approach, like preparation stage, test stage, and go live stage. In the preparation stage, identify needs to migrate data, prepare migration process plan with timeline, extract data from legacy systems, perform data mapping and normalizations, and prepare migration process with timeline. In the test stage, testing is done of migration process, then issues encountered, issues are resolved. If we can go live stage, releasing patches to solve glitches, validating data after integrations. And we can see cloud platforms here.
So some of the common challenges that companies face in cloud migration is that there is some sort of risk with data transfer. Transferring large volumes of data can be both time consuming and costly because all the cloud service providers usually charge for data transfer services as well. Application compatibility is when there are some sort of legacy applications that have been running in your system for a very long time, and they might not be compatible with cloud environments as such, or might be requiring some sort of refactoring or some sort of improvisations in their workflow. Change management is about of course in every organization there is some sort of resistance to change from the sort of employees at work. Some are very technologically friendly, some are not, and that's what we mean by change management as a factor out here. Security and compliance, because since all the companies that are operational at the moment, they have a lot of data that has to be kept very much private. Some sort of trade secrets, some sort of litigation issues, some sort of regulations which definitely are a hindrance for them, because for example, if Google as a company want to use AWS services, so AWS being a direct competitor makes Google at a risk. I mean, keeps Google at a risk for their own data to be read by AWS in one manner or the other. So performance and scalability. So performance issues and scalability concerns are when there are some operations which are not being aligned very quickly with all the applications. If there are some sort of legacy applications which are not compatible again. Cost management is about that cloud migration is basically itself a very expensive affair. Migrating data from an on-premises infrastructure or some other cloud service to other cloud services is also very expensive and very tedious job of a thing to do. So that's what we mean about that.
On this slide, we can learn 6 Rs of cloud migration strategy: rehost, replatform, repurchase, refactor, retire, and retain. If you talk about rehost, move applications to the cloud without significant changes, often using constraints or virtual machines to replicate the existing environment. And replatform, make adjustment to applications to leverage cloud native features while retaining most of the existing code base. And repurchase, replace on premises software with cloud-based alternative SaaS rather than hosting and maintaining IT internally. In the refactor, restructure application to utilize cloud native capabilities such as breaking monolithic into microservice or adopting serviceless computing. And in the retired, some applications or workloads may no longer be needed or have become obsolete. In this case, they can be retired rather than migrated to the cloud. In retain, keep certain applications in their current environment due to factors like regularity requirements, technical limitations, or cost considerations.
So this is basically the cloud service market share as of now when we speak in 2024. So AWS is currently in this year leading by 33% YTD. Azure is at 21%, GCP being at 14%, Oracle at 12%, with IBM and Alibaba lagging behind at 9.7% respectively, while other players having an amalgamation of around 4% all in all.
Best practices of cloud migrations. There are 8 categories in the best practices, like assessment and planning. Conduct throughout evaluations of your current environment to identify suitable candidates for migrations. Choose the right migration approach, like select the most appropriate strategy based on factors like complexity, cost, and business objectives for each applications or workload. Security and compliance, ensure security and compliance considerations are prioritized throughout the migration process. Optimize for cloud architecture, adapt applications and architectures to leverage cloud native features for improved performance, scalability, and cost efficiency. Data migration strategy developed a robust data migration strategy, including data cleansing, transformations, and validations to ensure data integrity. Testing and validation conduct comprehensive testing for applications and workloads in the cloud environment to identify and address any performance or compatibility issues. Training and skills development, invest in training your team to acquire the necessary expertise in cloud technologies and best practices. Encourage a culture of continuous learning. This is the last one, cost management, like monitoring and optimize cloud resources to control cost and maximize ROI.
So basically, this diagram is representing the different cloud initiatives that we have taken among the respondents from through a survey. So mostly people are using cloud for cost savings, or it's basically a cloud first strategy as a technological reform, or some are using it for SaaS usage or financial reporting or policies for governance. As you can see, there are different, there are different for aspects of using cloud. So basically, these are just some of the listed initiatives that the companies are trying to do as of now for their, business or their operational efficiency.
Potential challenges in cloud migrations. Cloud migrations offer scalability and cost effectiveness, but it also poses challenges. Security, legacy systems, integrations, and data transfer complexities must be navigated. Downtime risk, vendor lock-in, and skills gaps add complexity. Vigilant cost management is crucial. Proactive planning and robust security measures are essentials for smooth transitions.
So this is the global cloud usage share by the type of cloud. So as we know that public, private, and hybrid cloud are the three major types of cloud that we see operational all around the world. As you can see, public cloud is being preferred by around 20% of people globally, with hybrid cloud being the first and the major preference for all of the people around the world, with around 78% of preferential share there. And people are preferring private cloud to a level of just 2% because of some of the cost constraints or because of the on-premises operational efficiency.
Roadmap to cloud transformation. Cloud transformation requires meticulous planning, strategic decision-making, and agile executions. It's a journey of continuous optimizations and adaptation to evolving needs and technologies. With clear visions and collaborative efforts, organizations can unlock the full potential of cloud technology and drive digital innovation.
So how do we align corporate goals with cloud strategy? First is cost reduction. So basically, as you can see, when you don't purchase an on-premises infrastructure, or you eliminate the need of operating or maybe maintaining an on-premises hardware, it's basically automatically a sort of cost reduction that you are doing. Agility and scalability, because most of the companies are currently working on projects which are very much technological and need very fast deployment of resources. And that is what cloud is for. It really helps in giving operational efficiency that way. Innovation, because cloud-based deployment environments are very, very faster, and they obviously enable a lot of experimentation and iteration of new ideas automatically. Global expansion, since cloud is a service that is expanded globally already, with all the major service providers having their data centers all around the globe. Global expansion is definitely a case here, because only regulations and laws can stop you here. Security and compliance, because advanced security features such as MFA, encryption, or identity access management, it's all being controlled by all these service providers, with a responsibility model being shared or owned in respect of different contracts that you get with the companies.
Types of cloud migration strategies: rehosting, replatforming, refactoring, repurchasing, retain, and retiring. In the rehosting is a quick and minimal migrations of applications and data from on-premises infrastructure to the cloud, but may not fully utilize cloud-native features. In replatforming, this strategy involves organizations adapting their applications or infrastructure to use cloud-native services while maintaining their core architecture, thereby optimizing performance and scalability. Refactoring, it is a method that involves significant changes to an application's architecture to fully utilize cloud-native capabilities, offering scalability, flexibility, and cost optimizations. In the repurchasing, optimizations can save develop times and cost by replacing existing applications with commercial off-the-shelf software in the cloud, which may require customization to meet specific business requirements. Retain organizations often have critical applications to infrastructure that are difficult to migrate or replace, necessitating a retained strategy to balance cloud benefits with preventing legacy investment. In the retiring organizations often limited redundant or obsolete applications or infrastructure during cloud migration to streamline operations and lower maintenance cost.
So in conclusion, cloud transformation is basically a strategic imperative for businesses offering scalability, cost savings, and agility. This journey definitely involves assessing your existing infrastructure first and then developing a cloud strategy aligned with your corporate goals and your migration plan. So the certain best practices and challenges that we have addressed out here in this presentation will definitely help you to gatherize the full potential of cloud adoption. And definitely, it's basically cloud transformation is not just a technological shift. It's a catalyst for innovation and competitiveness in the digital era. By embracing cloud technologies, organizations can definitely future-proof themselves and their operations with a sustainable growth guaranteed in the ever-evolving business landscape for around 5 to 10 years. Thank you.